There are times when it may seem to be hard to write elegantly while yet writing quickly. It is one of those abilities that many individuals are unable to master. If you are attempting to write quickly, your handwriting will wind up appearing jumbled and unintelligible. When you make an effort to write in a nice manner, it appears to take an eternity. It's possible that you feel helpless and are pondering the question, what is the solution? Is it even feasible to write quickly while maintaining a nice hand? Let's find out. The 4 most valuable pieces of advice for writing clearly and quickly. How do you write quickly while maintaining a nice hand? Use a comfortable pen grip. Use tiny, tall, and slender letters. Use proper posture. Employ the arm movement approach if you can. Be faster at the writing with your own P or Below, you'll find a detailed discussion of each of these important pointers. Why would you need to be able to write quickly while keeping a neat hand? There are going to be times when you have to write really rapidly while yet maintaining legibility. During the course of the classes, for instance, students often experience situations like this one. In order to be successful in your studies, you will need to be able to listen to information while also taking notes. Quite sometimes, the person who is speaking will not slow down, and it is up to you to keep up with them. When responding to examinations or exams, they may also need to enhance the pace of their handwriting. Because they have a limited amount of time, they need to record their responses as quickly as they can. It is possible that your ability to write rapidly will determine whether or not you pass the test. Another scenario is when you suddenly get a brilliant idea and have to scribble it down as fast as possible. This is a challenge that many creative people face. They get a mind-blowing insight, but by the time they write it down, they have already forgotten it. The ability to write quickly by hand would be quite beneficial in a scenario like this one. The importance of your pen in order to write clearly and quickly. A wise person once said, "The pen is the language of the intellect." Horace. According to Horace, the pen is always present in a society, regardless of how technologically sophisticated that civilization may be. It is irreplaceable in every way. You will need to get the appropriate supplies if you are interested in learning how to write quickly and cleanly. Your choice of pen will have a significant impact on the speed and legibility of your handwriting, in addition to the style of your handwriting. The following are some of the most important qualities to look for in a quick pen. Where does the weight fall on the pen in terms of its balance? Is it near the rear, the very tip, or anywhere in the middle? Holding the pen in the crook formed by your thumb and index finger while giving it a mild touch is one method of verification. There shouldn't be more weight concentrated at one end than the other. Friction and pressure at the tip, the part of the pen that makes contact with the paper, should have the least amount of friction possible. It must to facilitate a straightforward and speedy flow of ink. Size of the nib or writing point. The depth of the nib or writing point is directly proportional to the writing speed. It's possible that tips measuring between 0.7 millimeters and 0.9 millimeters are simpler to use, but the greater strokes they produce need much more time to finish. Use thinner tips for smaller lettering, explained below. When searching for a pen with a thin tip, fountain pens and rollerball pens are the most effective options. Adjustability. Your pen shouldn't have any pieces that are too loose or don't fit quite right. When the cap is fastened, it should do so securely, and a simple pull on the clip should cause it to spring back into place. Because only little pressure is required, fountain pens and rollerball pens are best suited for the writing technique known as fast writing. Because of the consistent flow of ink and the little touch required, you can write considerably more quickly. Take a look at this table, which provides a comparison of different pens and the benefits offered by each. Your writing style will be affected differently by each of these factors. Make sure you have the most comfortable pen grip possible. Everyone has a unique way that they hold their pens, and how you hold them is totally up to you. There is no such thing as a single grip that is proper or bad as long as it produces handwriting that is readable. According to the findings of several studies, Grip patterns do not truly have a significant effect on the speed of handwriting. However, there are two ways that are recommended by experts for holding a pen. 1. The tip of the pen is held between the thumb and the index finger, while the middle finger supports the body of the pen. The tips of the little finger and ring finger are tucked into the palm of the hand. This form of handwriting, known as the dynamic tripod grip, is the one that is utilized the most often. 2. The pen is held between the thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger of both hands. The ring finger is where the body is supported. This technique, often known as the dynamic quadruped grip, is not only very common but also among the most successful. They are well recognized as an effective strategy for reducing strain on the fingers and wrists and are the most common grip methods used in handwriting techniques. These grips may also be used in a lateral fashion, which is often seen in handwriting. The single most important distinction is the manner in which the thumb crosses over the pen and presses on the forefinger. No matter how you choose to hold your pen, the key to improving your handwriting is to ensure that you do it softly and with as little strain as possible. Stay away from pens with tiny barrels and choose instead for broader pens, which provide a more comfortable grip. These force you to exert extra pressure on your fingertips by forcing you to squeeze the pen. Employ letters of varying widths and heights. You may boost your writing speed by reducing the size of the letters you use in your writing. The shorter each individual letter is, the less time it will take to finish writing the sentence. You do not want to reduce the size of the letters to the point that they are no longer readable in your message. Instead, a decrease of 10 to 15% is all that is necessary to boost the pace of your handwriting. It has also been discovered that writing vertically is simpler for humans than writing horizontally from side to side. This is because our fingers can only flex in two directions, making movements in the horizontal plane more challenging. One technique to limit the amount of horizontal movement in your letters is to make them taller and skinnier. Utilizing lined paper is a straightforward additional method for enhancing your handwriting. The lines serve as a kind of advice in addition to being a method for maintaining the letter's tidy appearance. Posture. Your posture as you write will decide how much tension is imposed on your different muscles, which will in turn impact the pace at which you can write. If you do not modify your posture, you will have muscular cramping, which will, in turn, lead you to write more slowly. The following advice will help you choose a posture that will enhance your handwriting. Asterisk, both of your feet are firmly planted on the ground. Asterisk, there is a right angle formed by the knees. Asterisk, your back is aligned correctly and you have a modest inclination toward the desk. Asterisk, the forearms are supported by the desk and the elbows are bent to a right angle. Asterisk, the hand that is not being used to write grasps the paper at a 45-degree angle. Asterisk, you've managed to relax your neck and shoulders. Asterisk, your front is turned entirely toward the desk. Asterisk, the paper should be angled to the right for right-handed people. People who are left-handed are affected by the opposite of this. When you write, try using the arm movement method, the conventional way of handwriting that is taught in schools, which involves the smaller hand muscles, often results in cramps, as stated by the American Association for the Advancement of Science, AAS. The American way of handwriting involves lifting the whole arm off the shoulder rather than the European method style of writing. However, because to the amount of energy that is necessary to move such massive components, it does not lend itself to writing quickly. The arm movement approach is considered to be the most effective method for quick writing. The following is an explanation of how to write using this particular approach. Take note. Those of you who are right-handed should read this. If you are left-handed, just invert the directions to make them work for you. Asterisk, rest the middle of your forearm on the desk, allowing the fleshy area of your arm to bear the weight of the arm. Asterisk, extend your arm so that it hangs over the side of the table behind your elbow. Asterisk, place your hand such that your third and fourth fingers are supporting it or preferred pen grasp. Instead, can only using your fingers to travel across the page, you should use your wrist and forearm instead. Asterisk to prevent excessive flexion. Keep your elbow bent at an angle of greater than 90 degrees. When it comes to accurate placement, there are a number of things that should and should not be done, but the actual arm motions are what really matter. If you want to write more quickly, you should strive to move across the paper using the muscles in your forearms. Avoid placing too much emphasis on the weak muscles in your wrist and fingers. A helpful hint is that cursive handwriting is often much quicker than print. The transition from one word to the next is facilitated by the presence of additional related letters. How to choose the right pen for writing quickly while maintaining neatness. As we have seen, the finest pens for writing quickly while maintaining a tidy appearance are rollerball and fountain pens. Your mission, fortunately, does not need you to spend hours looking for the appropriate pen in order to complete it. We are of the opinion that handwriting is an art form and that it ought to be respected as such. Because of this, we provide a diverse selection of customized pens that will allow you to write quickly while maintaining a nice handwriting style. As this satisfied patron discovered firsthand, anything other than the best possible quality would not do.